What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be installing a couple things on the 4Runner. So the first thing we're going to be installing is Baja Design S2 lights, and I'm going to put them on the roof rack for chase lights. There we go. So we'll open them up. They're pretty sweet. Honestly, I'm really happy with them. I got the S2 wide cornering. And the reason why I went with the wide cornering is because more coverage in the back, so when I'm driving in dusty areas and stuff like that, you can see it, you know, more spread out. So there's that, and then to pair that, I got a switch panel from AuxBeam. So honestly, it's pretty sweet. I've seen a couple videos. It doesn't look too bad on installing, but here she all is. So we'll see how that goes. And then I also got, so for you 4Runner people, or I guess Tacomas and all that stuff too, when you wire your fog lights and you try to throw your high beams on, your fog lights turn off. So I saw this one company, it's called Aspire. They make a thing called the Bright Box, and this is like called the Anytime Fogster. So pretty much what it is, I just I'm gonna connect these two to my fogs, and then red and black to the switch panel, and then I'll have full access to my fog lights, and I could still run my high beams, and I don't even have to have my headlights on to run those fog lights. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, so I went ahead and took out everything out from the box, and here's all the contents. Power cables. This is the cable to hook up the switch panel. Here's the fuse box right there. Mounting plates. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and throw it on. I was trying to figure out a way how to mount it up. Excuse the dirty ass engine bay, but so I've seen a lot of people just drill into this. I'm gonna just go ahead and do that, and then I'll just put silicone around the screws so it doesn't leak. And then once I find a better solution, then I'll go ahead and buy a auxiliary panel. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and wire it all up. Wire it all up. I went ahead and wired everything up, positives, negatives, grounds, and then this is all the wiring for the ditch lights. So I went ahead and kind of just pulled it out already. I have it wired up to the inside of the truck, so I'm gonna cut this wire so I can pull it back out from the firewall, and then I'm gonna feed the switch panel wires through here. So oh, and I smashed my finger, so that's cool. I got everything wired up now. We're gonna go ahead and just plug it in, and so obviously it's on, and then I just went to town and started taking everything apart. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting it back together. So it's just gonna sit right there, you know, pretty sleek, and then I'm gonna just run this wire all along down there. I pulled the weather stripping out, and then it's just gonna go tucked in here, and then I'm gonna just throw it in that little cubby right there, and then it should be good to go. It is now all wired up. Looks pretty clean. I ended up putting it on the mount, and it fits like right there. And I just ran it through here, through the weather stripping, and then let's go ahead and just turn it on real quick, just to show. Boom, there we go. So now we're just gonna go ahead up front and just start wiring things together. I went ahead and put the Raptor lights in to a 10 amp fuse right there, so that's what they look like. And then we're just gonna go ahead and turn on the car. And then I was already kind of messing with it because I wasn't sure which one was which. So we'll turn it on. Click it on, and then let's go down. And boom, Raptor lights are on. These are my DRLs and my Thing lights, so those always stay on when I turn on the day running lights, and those are just tied into the actual fuse box. So then we're just gonna go ahead and wire up the ditch lights, and then I'm gonna go ahead and install the chase lights, and then we'll go from there. I snipped the what are they, the ditch lights, threw them in to the 30 amp, combined them together. So now let's go ahead and turn it on. So we'll put that on, boom, and then there you go. So we'll go ahead and label that as well. And then there's our, I put the DRL or the Raptor lights as the grill because I mean it makes the most sense. There it is. And then the grill. Let's check it out. Oh, okay. And then, nice. So next, we are going to be adding the chase lights. I already went ahead and cut them off from the harness. So we're just gonna throw them on that rack back here. So we're gonna be mounting up the chase lights on this last post right here on the roof rack. I mocked it up and threw them on right here on the tent, but they were just sticking out way too far, so when I opened the hatch they were hitting. And I was also thinking once it gets too hot in the summertime, this tent's gonna come off for, you know, a few months, and I would still like the chase lights to be on here. So we'll go ahead and throw those on, and we'll see how it looks. Oh, I got them all wired up now. They look pretty sweet if you ask me. And then the clearance on them, super close. It's cutting in close. Check it out. Oh man, can you see that? Sheesh. Talk about tight. And so the ditch lights are finally installed. They look so clean, and I'm happy with the install. It took a little finessing and finagling, but they came out pretty good. So mounted them up right there, and then I just ran the wire all the way all along the cross right here, threw a couple zip ties here and there, so all along right there, and then it shoots out right here. So then I'm gonna just go ahead and turn it on, and then I was already figuring it out which button it was, and it's number, oh, what is it, number 3, yeah. So there's number 3, and then so, but I'm gonna clean it up right now. I just wanted to make sure it all ran good because I had to extend the wire. It didn't reach. So let's go check it out. Boom. Sheesh. Fire. There it is. All right, everyone, so that's a wrap. I tucked the wiring right here, so there was like a small little notch, so So I just ran it along right there. I'm gonna end up doing like a wire hider. I've seen a couple online, so for now it's just there. Ran it through here, just ran it through this little plastic shield, and then plugged it in. All right, so pretty much it's all done for now. Like I said, this is gonna be a temporary thing until I get the what is it, like an engine bay panel or mount. So yeah, that's it. Pretty clean, so I'm excited. That was a pretty fun project for a Friday night instead of going out and drinking. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is install the bright box for the fog lights, so I'm able to manually have access to them whenever I want, instead of, well, like factory is when you turn on your headlights, that's the only time you're able to turn on your fog lights, and then when the high beams turn on, the fog lights turn off. So yeah, so we're gonna do that next. Maybe I might do it right now. I don't know if there's gonna be enough time. So I just installed the bright box, the fog light mod. It was very easy. And then I plugged it into the switch panel. So now I have full access to my fog lights. So it's this one right here. You can see it right now. Boom, on, off. And then I'll turn my headlights on. So there's my headlights. And then if I were to do the factory, I still have access to them with the factory switch. Look at this. See, still on, off. So there's that. And then I'm gonna flick my high beams on and they turn off. So then with that mod, I'll click the switch and then they turn on. So that's pretty cool. And then I'll turn my high beams off and then my fog lights are still on. All right, so that's a wrap. I did a lot these past couple days. I installed a switch panel, I fixed my ditch lights, my fog lights, I installed the chase lights, and yeah, I'm actually really happy with everything. It was honestly pretty easy. You know, nothing crazy, just with a little knowledge and watching YouTube videos, you should be fine. But so here it is, it's all wrapped up for now. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and close this up and then I'll just do a little walk around of all the lights on. Now that it's a little darker outside, let's go ahead and turn on all the lights. But I'm just gonna turn on the car so I don't drain my battery. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Raptor lights. So those are on right there. And then we are going to do, let's go do the fogs. So those are the fogs right there. And then let's go ahead and do the ditch lights. There's the ditch lights, and then we'll do the rears, the chase lights, and then let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, super bright. Okay, so those are the chase lights. So definitely people will see me, and then that's what it'll kind of look like right there. Now let's go look at the front. So there's the front right there. It's just crazy bright. I think it's pretty bright for, you know, just having a couple lights on. Eventually I'm gonna throw in a light bar in my bumper. If you remembered when I installed that bright box from Aspire, I'm able to turn on my fog lights without having my headlights on. And the reason why I did that mod is because I didn't want to chop or cut the wiring harness from the fog lights, and it was just like so much easier to install that fog light mod. So yeah, that's it right there. Thanks for watching, and until next time, so appreciate you guys.